Brett Hundley gone at UCLA. The Bruins looking for a replacement. They've got some very nice candidates. Mark Rogers TV continuing to look at every quarterback situation across America. We bring in Mike W.R., our UCLA contact, the Gojo Bruin. Mike, of course, we appreciate the time as always. Let's dive right into this because you got Jerry Neuheisel on one hand, who played the Texas game, did fairly well, threw the game-winning touchdown in the clutch to pull that one out by a field goal. And you got the stud in Josh Rosen. So how do you shake things out at this point?
Well, first off, thank you for having me on again. It's always great to talk to you. We have a situation where we don't have Brett Hundley anymore. He's been the starting quarterback for the last 3 years. And it's going to be interesting because we have a lot of starters returning on offense and on defense too. But when we're talking about the offense, we have pretty much everyone returning except for the quarterback. So that leaves a very interesting situation. And as you said, Josh Rosen is a freshman coming in. He's claimed to be the savior, the chosen Rosen, as a lot of people are saying. And he's supposed to be he's supposed to be finishing high school right now. He's supposed to be a senior, but he enrolled early in January at UCLA, participated in spring practice, and has been doing really well. It was a lot of people thought that he would be the starting quarterback, but during spring practice, head coach Jim Mora said there was definitely a quarterback battle, which we all expected. And as you said, Jerry Neuheisel's in the hunt, redshirt sophomore Ashanti Woulard, who he's more like Brett Hundley than any of the other three, specifically because he's a dual threat quarterback. And then there was a wrench thrown into the system where Jim Mora said that a fourth UCLA quarterback, Mike Fafaul, is part of that too. So the one thing it's bringing about is really good competition among all four quarterbacks. You know, Josh Rosen looks fantastic. For a freshman, he looks really good. But then you have Jerry Neuheisel improving little things that he needs to, rolling out. He's not going to have the running capabilities as Hundley. So you know, he's also been trying to improve his accuracy and his power. And then you have Ashanti Woolard, who I said is almost like a clone of Hundley. Not as he hasn't really taken the steps the coaches hoped he would when he first arrived on campus, but this spring he looked really good. Excuse me, especially in the last 2 weeks of spring practice, just very solid, very a lot more confident and sure about himself. And aside from improving his accuracy, his long ball, he's probably the best runner of all four quarterbacks. And then you know, Fafaul, I doubt he's going to get a lot of good time. He looks very good. He looks better than he has in years previous. But his only claim to fame, he has 2 passes, one of them that went for 27 yards in the Sun Bowl against Virginia Tech 2 years ago. But other than that, he hasn't really been a factor in the UCLA quarterback competition until now. Getting to Josh Rosen, as I said, he looks very good, and it's, you know, freak of nature is the first thing that comes to mind because you don't expect. I think he's 18 years old. You don't expect an 18-year-old who's supposed to be taking finals at this moment to do so well in such a system that has been highly successful. But the offense that he ran at St. John Bosco, his high school, is very similar to that at UCLA. So it's like it's a perfect fit for him, transitioning from high school to college. And right now it's benefiting everyone involved. So it's a really interesting quarterback competition right now.
So UCLA fans no doubt want Rosen because he's got a high ceiling. He's the kid with all the talent and the accolades coming out of high school. Mm-hmm. So either Mora truly believes it's a quarterback battle, or he doesn't want to just hand the keys to a freshman and he wants him to fight for the position. So can you kind of handicap this? Give us your best odds for who's going to be the week 1 starter.
I would say Rosen, but at the same time, the competition has been really good. If Woolard can get his throwing down, you know, to his accuracy and his precision down, he could definitely take over that spot. He's been in the system for 3 years, so he knows it. Same with Neuheisel. If he improves, you know, just little things, little nuances, you know, if he can command the offense the way Hundley did, he can honestly have a shot. But right now, Rosen, it was funny because the first few days of spring practice, he looked like a freshman. He did not look like a freshman by the spring showcase, which is really good. I mean, you have Woulard and Hundley who are, they're putting effort into 30, 40-yard balls. When Rosen throws a 40-yard ball, it just looks like he's just slinging it, just pitching it. I mean, his arm strength is so good. His physique is insane, and his intelligence, it's off the chart. We haven't seen anything like this at UCLA in a long time, or at least not from an incoming freshman perspective. Obviously, Hundley grew into that. You had Troy Aikman back in the day, who was a transfer, did really well in the 2 seasons there. Other quarterbacks that have made a difference, but there hasn't been one quarterback that has been this highly touted and looks to be the real deal. There was Ben Olsen a couple years ago, but unfortunately injuries kept him down. And there's nothing just but excitement for the future. And even if it doesn't happen next year, the Bruins are set next 2-3 years at least, however long Rosen's going to be here. So honestly, I would say Rosen would be the day one starter, but I've talked to a lot of UCLA fans and writers and bloggers and podcasters about it, especially one of our Gojo Bruin writers, Jake Merrifield, who he's our football guy. He played minor league football. He played football in high school, junior college. He said one of the things you don't want to do is just, as you said, give the keys to the car over and just, here, kid, take over. You want him to earn his stripes a little. You want to make sure that he is the leader you want him to be. He has to fit in. He has to earn, I said earn his stripes, but I mean that's the thing. Kid should be in high school right now, but he's commanding an offense, and you want him to kind of get dirty a little bit. So that's a good thing. Maybe having a 4-quarterback competition is something that maybe he needs so that he can feel the heat, can see how much pressure college football can really bring upon a freshman, and just bring some unity. Obviously, if you're gonna tell a kid from day one, hey, you're in charge, you don't want him to just take over. You want to make sure that he's doing exactly what is the focus of the team. So it's whether he's number one or not, it's really good that he's getting, he's building up some chemistry with the team and the coaches and the system.
And that's what makes quarterback a unique position. If this kid was playing cornerback, okay, you're the best cornerback we've got. Regardless, you're a true freshman. You're out there, play. Mm-hmm. The leadership aspect and the nuances of the game and learning the offense and being able to direct everybody else in the offense. It's a lot of responsibility for anyone, especially for a kid just coming out of high school. Mike WR joins us from Gojo Bruin, our UCLA connection. Mike, you know how intrigued I am by this program. So, again, thanks so much for the breakdown.
No problem. Thank you for having me on again.